Rectangular back, this time with another haul video. Here we have the Legendary Riders Wolverine, and yeah, otherwise I think this was known as the Old Man Logan figure, and I really didn't care so much about getting the figure. I just wanted the motorcycle to go with my new Old Man Logan, and yeah, I think I might be able to use that jacket on Cyclops or another figure. Let's see, I think my friend Rick Dominguez showed that you can fit that jacket on Cyclops, but it's really tight and a little bit too short. You know, Wolverine is a shorter character, and this jacket just barely, it doesn't even cover his belt, so it's just not really that long to fit on a Bucky cap body mold, so not really practical to use on the new Cyclops. But yeah, it's still a pretty decent figure. I think I have this figure without the jacket that I was just gonna use for like civilian fodder. I think I got it just for the head to use on the brown suit Wolverine, so might just end up using this for the Old Man Logan head. Put that on there. I don't know. I think it'll probably work. I think this might be a little bit small for that body, but we'll have to see. But the motorcycle is very cool. Good condition. I'm surprised that there's hardly any movement in the steering there. The handlebars don't really rock back and forth very much, but still a very, very cool prop. And yeah, I got a pretty good deal. It was just over 20, I think it was like 21, 22 bucks shipped on eBay, so I got a pretty damn good deal. Alright, with that, let's move on to the next set of items. Continuing on with the Marvel Legends theme, we have Angela from the Guardians of the Galaxy Titus Build-A-Figure wave. Was able to snag her at Target, and I was lucky enough to price match her with the sale that's going on at Walgreens for 40% off Marvel Legends. I just showed the cashier the flyer from Walgreens, which is good until Saturday the 11th of March. So I think this video is going up Saturday or Friday night, Saturday morning. So you basically have until the end of today to take advantage of that. I have friends in the community who tried at Toys R Us and Walmart with no success, but hopefully if you take the flyer to Walgreens and show it to them, they'll honor it. I didn't have to go to customer service. I just showed it to the cashier and was on my way. So good luck hunting, and yeah, let's move on to the next set of items. Finally this week from Marvel Select, we have Gamora and Rocket Racoon. Man, I have been waiting for these versions of these characters for such a long time. These are my two favorite characters of all time, and to get them in my favorite costumes for them is quite a treat. Yeah, I can't tell you how excited I am to finally be getting these, even though they're well, the Rocket will definitely be in scale with Marvel Legends, but the Gamora is going to be a little bit on the big side. But let's get them out of the package and get a closer look. Here we have Rocket and Gamora out of the package with all their accessories, and man, super happy. There was a little bit of frustration because if you've watched Robo's review from the Fwoosh, he showed that Rocket comes packed incorrectly. They put his legs on backwards, or they didn't put them on backwards, but they rotated them backwards and then put the shin pads on top. So you have to heat up the shin pad armor, pop those off, rotate the lower legs around, and then heat up the knee pad armor again and then pop them back on. So that was a little tricky to do, especially since my lower legs did not want to rotate at the knee. So once I heated up the knee pads, I had to run them under cold water again, so that when I rotated them around, they didn't tear. Because it surprisingly is a softer plastic. Typically, Marvel Select uses a more rigid, brittle plastic, but for these figures, it's a much softer plastic, or at least for Rocket, he's definitely a softer material. And I noticed that the gun that Gamora comes with is also a little bit on the soft side, and also the guns that Rocket comes with are a little bit on the soft side. That's my only other complaint, is that besides the head articulation, I think Rocket needs to be able to look up a lot more than he can look down, just because, he is constantly having to look up at people, taller characters. And also I wish that he'd come with an alternate pair of hands, because these work okay, but I'm kind of worried about damaging, getting the guns in and out of his hands, either breaking the guns or his hands, because they're both a softer material, and there's just enough room for the guns to fit into his hands. So getting him in there is a little bit tricky, and I'm just worried putting him in and out. I'll probably, since I have two of these guys, I'll probably keep one with his guns in his hands, and then one without the guns, just so that I'm not taking them in and out and risk breaking them. My only other regret is that I didn't order 3. I wish I had ordered 3, because now I'm going to have to keep calling my Disney store and try to get my hands on another one, because I definitely want to do some modifications. So yeah, very happy with Gamora. Again, I wish her head articulation was a little bit better. It would have also been nice to have some double jointed elbows. Sorry. But Marvel Select is not known for articulation. I mean, she is probably just as articulated as a Marvel Legend, so I'm very happy about that. I was surprised that the shoulder joints don't really seem to rub. Oops, and there goes Rocket. When you move her arms up, so that I'm happy with it. Doesn't really seem to be damaging the paint. So that was very good to see, and very glad that she scales in nicely with Angela, and the guns fit in her hands really nicely. Haven't tried the swords. She does come with some hands that are supposed to be meant for her melee weapons, but they look awful tight, like Rocket. So hopefully getting the weapons in and out is not going to be too big of an issue. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way the sword turned out. It's extremely comic accurate. I'm very happy with that. And then the knife, it turned out really well. Also, yeah, I'm just worried about the paint scraping off, but yeah, it's a nice harder plastic. So I'm glad it's not rubbery like the Marvel Legends sword. And this is the base this is the most complete that my base is going to be, because I'm not planning on getting Star-Lord. If I can get the base maybe on eBay for cheap, then base for Star-Lord, I might try to pick it up. But yeah, this is what the semi-complete base looks like once you get 3 of the figures assembled, everybody but Star-Lord. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I might be able to use it in a setup. I don't know what exactly, since it's got that roots piece. I don't know if that's supposed to be for Groot or something else, but yeah, let's get her next. Actually, get both of these guys next to the other figures and just look at some size comparison. Alright, so here we have a pretty close representation of the comic book version of the Guardians in their most modern or recent costumes. Unfortunately, they keep changing the costumes in the book. This is pretty close. I'll have to finish my Star-Lord, my custom Star-Lord in the spacesuit to throw into this grouping, and then I'll have a complete team. So really wish that Marvel Select or Diamond Select had given us the Star-Lord in the spacesuit instead of, almost the same version that we got in Marvel Legends. I really can't stand that trench coat. It's really ridiculous in my mind. I can't stand how they changed the comic book to reflect that ridiculous look from the movie. But yeah, I'm very happy with the way these scale. Um, the Marvel Legends Groot, or the Marvel Legends Drax, still works really well with this setup. And this is the Marvel Select Drax here on the left, and then we have the Marvel Select Groot, which I'm extremely happy with. I can't believe I was hesitant on getting him. And yeah, the only thing I'm looking forward to now is to get that Marvel Legends Rocket Raccoon and see how he holds up to this one, because this Marvel Select Rocket Raccoon is going to be pretty hard to beat. Alright, hopefully with that you guys like the video, you share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.
That's crispy.